funny. As I've been doing these videos and stuff, since I came out here, I guess, at first I was like, wait, why am I doing this? You know, I came out here to meditate. I came out here to read a book. I came out here to, like, you know, learn more and reattach with myself and everything else instead of, you know, what I've been doing. Instead of the routines where you lose connections. But, I don't know. As I've been doing this, it's okay. It's not like, you know, I guess it's going into technology still. It's like, oh, now you're recording when you're outside and you should just be observing nature and all that. But I feel like I'm doing both. Like, I am looking at everything. I feel so good being out here. Like, I've been out here for I don't even know how long, because I've had, like, the time distortion because it's so gorgeous and perfect. Like, this weather, if it was like this every day, I would be the happiest camper ever. All the time. Ooh, look at a moth. Talk about a short attention span. Anyways, it's not really that short. I just think about everything. But, I'm going to go back to here, this little spot. Okay. So, I was just thinking about that movie again. Eat, Pray, Love. It's also a book or whatever. I was just thinking about how one part of it, the lady was saying, like, you know, when we're caught off guard, we recognize ourselves as a friend. And, like, rewatching these videos, like, I took them and then looked at them again. It's really weird to watch yourself, to, like, listen to yourself talk. It's not the same as experiencing it. If you watch it, it's like now, like, not only have you experienced it, but now you're watching it, so you're, like, seeing it again from another perspective. It's still your own perspective, but, like, it's, like, almost what other people see when they look at you or talk to you, or whatever. It's kind of like how you come off, rather than how you observe yourself. But I don't know, I guess watching it for a second, it's almost like I forgot that it was me, and it almost did feel like a friend, you know. I was like, if I saw a video like that with this person talking about this stuff, I'd want to be their friend. They'd probably be my best friend. And then I was, like, thinking farther along that line, like, kind of am my own best friend. And it's like, normally that comes off as depressing, and people think, oh my god, or they, like, laugh at you or whatever. But, like, really, I am. You know, like, when I think about it, there's no one that's as similar to me as I'd like. You know, I have a few best friends, but even them, they're kind of really opposite from me in other ways, which is fine. But I'm just saying there's no one that is enough like me besides myself. You know, there's no one I can relate to more than myself. Like, it's just, that's funny to think of it that way, but it's good. Like, it's really good to like, this is something my brother Brendan would always say to me, you know, like, you have to learn how to be okay on your own. You can't be dependent on other people, you know, especially, like, mostly emotionally or whatever. You have to be good on your own. And then when you're solid and grounded and, you know what you want and you know where you want to go and all that, when you're sure of everything, then, you know, all those things that you want will come to you. And you don't have to force anything. You don't have to go looking for it. It'll just come to you because you're solid, and, you know, you're coming off as that way too. Like, people are viewing you in the way that you are because your being shows to everyone how you are. Like, whether or not it's like the nonverbal communication, whether or not you say something, if someone just looking at you, there is a lot you can tell by just looking at someone. You know, like, being judgmental is not always, you know, all the negative kind of, it's not as negative as it always comes off to be. There's a purpose for judgment, like, just like there's a purpose for everything, but, like, I don't know, there's a lot you can read into someone. You can be really wrong, but you can also just tell, like, you know, how someone carries themselves, you know, just what they're doing, how they appear, not, like, I mean, I guess their clothes and stuff too, you notice, but, like, I don't know, you can just tell. Just looking at someone, just like when you look someone in the eye. It could be a complete stranger, and you can almost just be like, hey, like, I know you, or, like, I've seen you, or something. Like, there's just this familiarity to it, or, like, again, I think it's kind of like recognizing, you know, a part of yourself in someone else. And, the Celestine prophecy talks about that. I haven't gotten to it, but, Brendan was telling me about this. He was saying that when you wherever you are, if you're somewhere and you have this eye contact with someone, and it's a little longer, you know, it's like a real long eye contact, and it's just, there's something familiar, or there's something there, and like you both keep looking at each other, or whatever. It could just be someone, it couldn't, like, you know, it might even be someone, like some older person that, you know, it's not someone you're interested in, it could just be some other, just some person for some reason you keep doing that. And that happened to me actually yesterday with this guy. I forget where I was. It was some store. It was some like older dude. He wasn't even that old, but like whatever. Anyways, we just both kept like making eye contact, and I thought about the book, and I was like, oh yeah, this is where it says you should talk to the person, because there's something that they have to offer you. It doesn't always mean you're supposed to, like, you know, be friends with them or whatever. It doesn't always mean that much, but I think it always means there's something they have to teach you. You know, that's even, you can expand that view to other things too, like, you know, every person you meet has something to teach you. Everyone you know is teaching you something, you know, and everything you go through, like, you know, every experience is a learning experience. And, like, I'm trying to look at it that way for all the, like, relationship things I've had, because in the movie, too, I could really relate to this. I could really relate to the main character. She was saying, you know, since I've been 15, I've either been, you know, getting together with someone or breaking up with someone. I've never had time for me. You know, it's always been some guy, and that's exactly what I've had ever since I was 15, except for, you know, maybe one period of time that was like, you know, 6 months or something. Besides that, I was with someone, or getting with someone, or breaking up with someone, or whatever. You know, like, it's just constantly been people coming in and out of my life. And it's been really good experiences, but there's also been a lot of negative things. I've had, you know, dependency issues and on both ends, and but, you know, I've been learning from it. Like, over these past few months, I had 3, like, things that, I mean, one of them was not really, it was more like one-sided. Like, he wanted me more than I wanted him, but we were really close. But the other 2 people, like, I got really close to them really fast, kind of idealized them, thought they were more like me than they really were, put them up on a pedestal. I don't know why I do this every